The love story of Rex and Julianne began in February of 2012 on the worldwide interwebs. A hopeless girl looking for a match was looking to make a connection. After scouring potential suitors on the dating battlefield of Match.com, Julianne made a connection with a boy named Rex. Their love for Stephen King novels opened the door to conversations, but the budding online romance had to wait due to the fact that Julianne was leaving on a cruise with no internet access. Rex had no idea that Julianne was away on vacation and felt another shot at love was lost when his messages went unanswered. Months passed and Julianne had expectations for another job away from Arkansas, but something kept her there. As fate would have it, Rex was still there waiting for her on Match.com all those months, just on the computer, just sitting there. They engaged again in conversation and set up a coffee shop meeting on April 24th. Rex set up the meeting at the last minute, and Julianne had made it a rule not to meet with people on a whim on the last minute. But at the urging of her coworkers, she went ahead and met with Rex at the Kennedy Coffee Shop in Bentonville, Arkansas. There they talked and exchanged stories for 2 hours, mostly dominated by Julianne. Julianne's first impression of Rex. I could tell that he was really nice, very intelligent, and was surprised at how much we had to talk about. He was pretty talkative, but only because I was driving the conversation. At one point, he teased me about how the fact that I was saying awesome so much. And I thought I blew it. Oh well, I thought, he's really nice, but probably not my type. Rex's first impression. We were both a little apprehensive as we had both come out of difficult relationships recently. Neither of us had dreamed that we'd find our soulmate on a dating website. And I'm still amazed that I found the love of my life at that coffee shop that day. I was so focused on figuring out what it was about her that I actually got a traffic ticket on the way home. All right. Another random encounter, Julianne and Rex had their first official date. Rex, who was more introverted by nature, but found it in his element to be outdoors, so they decided to go on a walk on some trails in a park near Bentonville. In that environment, Rex was at home. Julianne recalled telling her roommate before the date that she liked him, but she was always exhausted when she got home because she had always had to be the one to drive the conversation, and that she wouldn't go out with him again if she always had to be the one to make the conversations go. So Rex had to prove himself that night. Apparently, this walk in the park was no walk in the park for Rex because he had to step up his game and drive the conversation, or Julianne would keep on walking to someone else. They spent several hours just walking, sitting, and talking, and Rex had the time of his life. As the night grew to a close, Rex had that feeling he needed to make his intentions clear, that he was looking for a girlfriend, not just somebody to hook up with. Actually, wait, he said, rather just a friend. Excuse me, that was my own interpretation. So he decided to ask her for permission for a small kiss at the end of the date. And Julianne did grant that request. Julianne remembered the kiss being as gentle and soft, and more importantly, closed mouth, because too many guys go for the tongue right away. It's an important thing to note that. After that moment, it was apparent that Rex and Julianne had fallen hopelessly and helplessly in love. Colors seemed more vivid, birds would sing in unison, and small woodland animals would gather together in pairs wherever they went. After the two lovebirds grew closer and closer, they soon realized that they no longer had the summer, and they had maybe eternity together. But there was this one thing that was pressing on Julianne, and it was that her and Rex didn't share the same faith. And so it was very important to her that she wanted Rex to share the same joy that she found in her faith. After a little hesitation and much soul-searching, Rex decided to join the Mormon faith and was able to share in the joy that Julianne treasured in her heart. After Julianne and Rex took a trip to Walt Disney World together with her brother Rob, her love for Rex had even been cemented that day. After spending all day, every day, in a theme park together, and still wanting to see each other at the end of the day, and still having something to talk about, she knew this was it. And probably after going on It's a Small World a couple of times. Okay. On November 30th, 2012, Rex proposed at the same location in the park where they first kissed, with permission, of course. Their engagement had been an amazing dream come true. They had acted so much like a married couple already, people often assumed they were already married. Rex explained it this way: I had spent these months in euphoric paradise. I had never dreamed that I could be this happy or love somebody this much. The more time that I spend with Julianne, the more time I want to spend with her. They had a year to plan their wedding. Julianne said they continued to grow in love and with each other and have fun. In her own words, she says, I love him more than ever and can't imagine my life without him. Now that they are married today, Rex gives this tribute to Julianne in his own words. I want to tell her all the time that she's the best thing that has ever happened to me. But I can't explain how far ahead of everything she is. There are no words to express it, no way to measure the distance. I tell her that I love her many times a day, but the words to express it, the level of love that I feel for her simply do not exist in any language. This feeling simply is too massive and expansive. She is my reason for being, far more important to me than any other thing in the existence combined. My greatest hope and my greatest ambition in life is to be close to the man that she deserves and possibly be. And she deserves perfection, but I can never achieve it, but I will spend my life trying. That is our love story for our bride and groom.